Hey guys, my name is Seniac and welcome back to another episode of our very own mega city here in Transport Fever 2. A series where I'm building the biggest city we've ever seen in game, and currently the stats for Foolstown are starting to go off the charts. When we look at our city sizes right now, hold on. We have a city size of 5,289. But today, we're going to take it to a whole new level. I did something last episode that gave Foolstown a little bit more connectivity. Now, I don't know whether we can get our target population bonus boost up to 100%, sorry, not 100%, 1,000%, but we'll give it a good go in today's episode. Now, you might be wondering what happened, what did I do, what am I planning in this episode? Well, before I tell you guys, I just want to say right now, smash the like button down below if you are excited for this series to see where it goes and how big we can grow Foolstown. Smash the like button down below and leave a comment saying Sneaky Fool, play some more, and we'll do just that. So before I tell you, last episode we built a brand new food run setup. A setup that pretty much produces even more food, delivers it back down here to not only distribute for these 5 cities here, because it does benefit them, but mainly to feed Foolstown with even more food than it has ever been fed before, and hopefully those numbers will just keep going through the roof. We might need to kind of play around with this line 1 here and making the trains a bit better, a bit bigger, and a little bit quicker is the better way to put it, boys. I think the crisscross is a little bit too far. No, actually, no, it's fine because they can utilize both sides. So we've got a lot of grain here that we need to kind of sort out on this line 1, and I'm thinking about modifying all the trains. So if I replace them and we go electric, boys, and then cargo-wise, we go for the big boy gondolas. So keep this going. Now, they have 20, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. They have a 400 capacity, each one does. So I'm going to put it to a 500 capacity, which might be a little bit OTT at this point, and then throw an extra train engine on the end. That is pushing it to a whole new level, which this in itself might cause me now some issues because the trains are a little bit too long and they're now going to start glitching inside of one another. Oh dear, this is the downside. But it means it can carry faster, hopefully, get up to speed a little bit quicker and carry more cargo in the long run. So wait for that train to kind of scoodle through. This one is completely stuck right now. If I spin it round and then pull it back around again, this will probably then leave once this train has gone. But I just want to double check before I do anything right now because I don't want to break my own train lines. I really don't. But it's wiping all the grain off the platform, which is exactly what we want to see. Now, while we wait for that, I'm actually going to edit this train station. On the off chance I can extend, or see how far we can extend this platform, because there is a potential possibility that I could add in, okay, that's as far as we can take it right now, I could add in, if I do it on both sides, more wheat farms. So hold on, boys, hold on. It's not like that we need any more wheat farms. Technically, we do not. We do not. But it's bringing more wheat back, which is also very, 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 very important. So the big boys, I'm going to put this one at the... Is it the big boy I want to go with? Yes. I'm going to put this at the very end here and at the very end here as well. And that train now fixed itself. I don't know what's going on with that train right now, boys. I think I might have slightly oofed it. But we'll get onto that in just a moment as I just finalize all this little section. Right, is this train going to finally leave? The one that I completely destroyed? Will it go? Yes, it's now finally going. Okay, good stuff. Real good stuff. Right, let me just quickly throw in a couple of additional grain farms. So let me just rotate this real quick. Put you there. Delete you. And then, of course, put you there. We're just going to quickly bring this as an attachment. And that there should connect up to 2 additional farms to put the grain on the platforms. Now, obviously, they're bringing grain back from over here. There's lots available, so I don't think we need to add any more to that. Now that trains have been upgraded, we should be carrying so much more. There is 500 grain on a train right now, which is getting slightly ridiculous. Right, so let's talk about what I did last episode that I want to implement in today's episode to hopefully grow Foolstown a bit more. It's definitely growing more right now because those percentage numbers are increasing. And what I did was I added in a bunch of new towns on the outer lines of our systems. So you can see here right now, we had the original towns in the middle. I had 3 train lines set up in reality, 3 runs, but I then added towns on the outskirts to give them more passengers and then tricking the game into thinking there's more connections. So logistically, I could do it here. I've only got 1 row of towns. I can do a second row there and a 3rd row here. Same over there. And weirdly the same over here, which is going to probably cause more chaos than we would like. But it does work. It really did increase the amount of public transportation, which dramatically increased our percentage number, which overall increased our city target population. So let's try it. Let's try it here. I'm going to do it with this row here. Now, the problem is, right, it does slow the game down quite dramatically, okay? Not just in general, but also trying to build them. So if I quickly pause right now, and if I build a city, and we'll build it, let's go here, here. Now, it's going to be a bit funky, right, because of the way it's currently set up. This will take a long time right now to build all these towns, but I'm doing it, okay? You ain't stopping your boy right now. It was a bad mistake. All I'm going to say right now, it was a bad mistake to build them all at once. But I've got the game paused, so at least we can kind of slowly, technically try and catch up with ourselves. I've now got to wait for them to build 14 brand new cities. Like I said, this is going to take some time. Now, Foolstown has grown even more. We're now into the well into the 5,300s at this point. This is getting slightly wild now, isn't it, boys? This really is. So that's definitely growing and getting a whole lot bigger. We're now here. So these towns that we have built won't appear until the last town has been done. Now, we have limited space over on there because it is the edge of the map, so it'll be quite interesting to see how they kind of try and fit all that in. Right, we'll come back to that in just a moment because it will take some time. I'm still in pause mode. Let me just move this here where we can see it. I feel like I'm an evil mastermind right now. So my target population is 12,600. My public transportation boost is 620%. We'll see what it eventually goes to once all this has been built. Now, we're about to build our 7th town in just a moment, but look at how far it now pushes over. I don't mind how far it pushes because I'm not going to build anything else there. It just adds more destinations, which tricks the game into thinking there's more places to go on the same existing lines. Which is not really a trick because it is technically true. There is more places to go on the existing lines. So yeah, it's fairly interesting. Again, that's going to take some time to get done as well. So, but I did this one first because it's the one I have to add the most amount of towns to. The other ones I've got to add 5 on each one, where these... Hold on, how many was there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, okay, it was 8, not for 7. So that means there was 16 in total. Damn. So it's 6 more than a normal line over here. This one I won't be able to do it because of the edge of the map, but I can definitely build 5 on this side. Right, where are we up to? Where are we up to right now? It does take a while, but what it's going to do to Foolstown is going to be ridiculously crazy. Do I go into play mode? I'm going to try play mode. No, look at that. I'm in play mode now, and the game won't even move, so there's no point even being in play mode at this point. Yikes. That's kind of crazy in many ways, isn't it? It is crazy in many ways. Right, where are we up to now, boys? How far we got? Okay, we're not that far from finishing. I think there's 4 towns technically left to get built. 4 towns left. 4 towns left, boys. 4 towns left. So after this one, there'll be 3 towns technically left, I'm assuming. Just based on this here, it takes a long time. Right, next time I won't build so many all at once. It was a bad idea, you fool. A very bad idea. Right. Is this nearly done, this one? The amount of roads it's now building, it's getting a bit out of hand. You can kind of see the blueprint of the city now being stamped down. Right, surely we're going to be coming towards the end now. There's limited space available for them to keep building. Right, we're almost there. We're almost there, boys. What's next? Is this the final one here? I think it might be. Right, we're now just waiting for it to all confirm and all appear right in front of our face. You ready for this? Here we go, boys. Any minute now. Any minute now. It's still... Actually, it's still... Oh, there we go. Bam. That's ridiculous. That is a huge metropolitan area. Right, so just doing that alone, it will take a while before this to now update because it does it incrementally. But I've now in fast forward mode. The game is now officially running. There we go. And that public transportation number will increase. So will the private one. Don't get me wrong, so will the private one. But I think the goal right now is to see if we can increase our overall target population boost to 1,000%. If I can get it to that, we're all good. I mean, if you take away our minus, technically, right, we're on 980 if you take away the minus. But you can't really do much about the emissions. We've got a lot of vehicles around. So we'll come back to that a little bit later and see what goes on. See what goes on. Right, so we've got a lot of trains right now doing what they need to do. We've got a lot of trains picking up right now, and they will slowly suck out of this platform all of the grain currently waiting. There is another train coming in. Now, I don't know whether it's worth eventually in the future building some additional lines for connections. I don't really have much of the space. Now, we've got a couple of food plants there doing their thing. But the shipment numbers aren't quite there just yet. They are not quite there just yet. But there's another train on the way down. One's left with over 500 on board. So it is what it is. Now, are the delivery numbers up there? Because I know some of these places could really do with like an additional train. If I add another one in. You've already got... Oh, I've literally just put one on there, so I think we're okay. But what about Foolstown here? I mean, I know we've added 2 in recently. I think we're okay for just a hot minute. We're just going to play the waiting game. We're just going to play the wait. I think we're okay right now. Just let them get on with it is the main thing, isn't it? Just let them get on with it. Right, I don't think enough time has passed yet. Because it does take a while. It does take a while. Yeah, not enough time has passed by just yet to see any difference kind of coming in. Those numbers have to just generally grow pretty slow. But how is the deliveries anyway? We're kind of now waiting to see another train come in. So a train on the way there has got 75 on. Do you think we need to like maybe make these trains a little bit faster? Like if I was to manage these vehicles and then say we edited these, like we say we replace them. Electric and then cargo wise, we've got 10 carriages on them. Which I think's fine. I'm just going to add, because money's not an issue for me. Oh, hold on, we've got a green one on there. Is that a diesel one? That is. So technically this is the same speed, but the electric one has a lot more pulling power. Right, I've put like an additional train on there anyway. Additional engine, so you can kind of get up to speed a bit quicker. That's kind of what I'm hoping for anyway. And do you think I need more spacing with the signals? I'm not sure if I do or not, but I'm going to place a few additional down just there. Just kind of have a little bit more freedom, a little bit more movement. Right, I'm waiting for a train to enter in here. I'm not sure if this one's going to do it. That's going to the Foolstown Exchange, which is this one. That's not the one we're after. That one's called the Fools Station 14. Exchange. Okay, this one with 200 is going that way. Right, okay. Right, that's now getting some serious speed on the go, so that should now get to our destination a whole lot quicker. Okay, we've got some brick down here now, because we had this set up in the last episode as well, with delivering more brick over there. So with that touching there, that station, he transfers it over so we can deliver in all the little nooks and crannies. Now this line 63... There's a lot of people waiting. I don't know whether that's just for the simple fact that we're in for a train to pick up to head back. That's a loop train, isn't it? Yeah. Those trains are part of our loops. Right. Anything happened yet? Not yet. Wow, we're over 50,000 on destinations, though. So that's a new thing. And we're increasing the numbers on our city as well. So I'm not sure how long it's going to take before we see a percentage number change. I'm not too sure. Right, that's all good then. So can we take a look at the construction materials to maybe deliver more as well? Because we're doing pretty good. I don't think there's much of an issue in general. But there's always a way to kind of technically improve stuff. So the Foolstown brick, we've got 3 there. We're going to add a additional train. Not clone all of them. I just want to clone 1. Get a bit more movement on the go. That line 32, we're going to add an additional train. Just to get the product off the platform is the main thing we're trying to accomplish there. Oh, these are all busy here, aren't they? This line 3 going back and forth. I think we could probably do with... I mean, making the trains a little bit bigger is also a great way to increase it. So cargo-wise, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So they're 400 capacity again. We'll give them a 500 capacity. And add an extra electric unit on the other end. Just to kind of, you know, give them a bit more pulling power. Right. Some of these need more. I don't know whether to add more in or just make them bigger. Adding more in is not a problem. But also making them bigger is also a better thing as well. So what if I edit it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Line here, manage and edit you. Did I replace it or what? Line 11. I think I edited it rather than replacing it, didn't I? I don't know what I just did there. Oh, no. Edit. Right. Guys, I don't know what I'm doing now. I've completely lost my train of thought. But I've just kind of now replaced or made some of those trains a little bit bigger. Just to see what we kind of get out of that. Because that might be all we need to do. Because some of the cargo stuff is not 100% being shifted to its full capacity just yet. This is wild. Looking at this here is wild. Oh my goodness me. There we go. We've grew it. We've grew each one by 10%. We're now only 30%. We was 50% away. Now we're only 30% away. Oh my goodness me, boys. This is getting a little bit crazy right now. This really is, though. Got to keep those numbers going now. We got to keep those numbers going. So let's add then. Oh, we got an issue. It is here. Is it because the trains are now too big? Or is it the Chrissy Crossy? It might be the Chrissy Crossy. So I'm going to delete. I mean, I don't know what I've deleted now. I might have deleted the wrong bits and bobs. Right, you there. We can't crisscross through the road, can we? No. Can I do a really short crisscross here? The road might have to be now, and say when I say might, it will be deleted. Damn it, I'm deleting too much stuff. I do remember having an issue here with crisscrosses. Not in this particular location, it's like in general. Because of the trains on the stops. Now, that train, apparently there's no electric path. What you lying for, you fool? That should now be able to get out of here. Right. I think that's why I didn't upgrade a bunch of them trains. I think I might need to add more trains rather than making them longer. May have made a boo-boo, I don't know. We'll truly see at some point. Right, let's add the next set of cities and we'll do it on this side. So everything's still on what I need it to be. So, what do you mean? Build town not possible. Why? Is it the positioning of the town? Right, there we go. Another few have now been built. Give them time to now catch up with us. And all the chaos that is involved with it. Now, it shouldn't take as long as the last one did. Because I've only built 5 towns. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, 5 towns. I had to count. For a second, I thought I built 6. But no, it's definitely 5. Now, these 3 here are a little bit closer than the other 2 that we built first. But we're not that far off right now from getting this done. Any moment now, we will be complete. There we go. That's a weird town here with the way that's been situated. I might build another one here. Just because there's space. That's the only reason behind it. Because there was a little bit of space to work with. Oh, it doesn't... Oh, my... I just realized it doesn't help, right, that we don't have a road connection. So in reality, what is the point of building these cities? Yikes. Seniac, you absolute noob right now. You absolute noob. Right, put it back into play mode anyway while it catches itself up with the rest of it. Alright, bam, bam. Bam. Next. What an idiot. What a fool. What a noob. This guy thinks he knows what he's doing. I mean, the road layouts are now just like extremely horrible. I mean, are we deleting big, beautiful buildings? But, you know, should have thought that in the first place, boy, before you built down the cities. Oh, well. I was bound to mess up somewhere or another. Right, this is the last one here. Last one here. There we go. Very nice. Very nice. Right. Okay. So, I'm just literally waiting for the game to calculate the rest of it. I'm waiting for them to calculate all the additional new numbers. And it takes time because it increments it so slow. But this is the only area here now where I need to add the towns. So, how are we doing down here first? We extend a little bit to add a few more bits and bobs. And you can see we're now kind of supplying and shipping those numbers. These are maxed out, maxed out, maxed out. There we go. We could add an additional facility in to feed it. I wonder how that would go. So if I was going to go for the cargo side, and we went, where is it? Have I gone past it? Yeah, I went straight past it, didn't I? Right, how would I situate this? So I could ultimately, if I built this going down here, and of course that going up, and that going down, and that kicking it in there, we should be able to implement 2 here, no problem. And it not be an issue because these train station here will both touch those. And it will then start producing. But we'll need more wheat being delivered. I have a sneaky suspicion this number's getting lower and lower now. So if I was to extend these platforms as far as I can, which I'm not going to have the best of luck in doing so. This side obviously looking more better than the other side. Cargo building wise, you go there. You go there. But what I'm focusing on, I'm going to delete all this. And we'll get a little bit of a closer stretch. And then we need to place down some more grain farms. So one there, delete that road. Let's delete that road there. Drop you in. But with this moving down, we should connect in. Let's select this so we can see we do touch both of those. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to have an additional one here. That would be interesting. So if I brought you down there, delete that road, get the additional one in then here, and then drag the road right down. So it's not liking that, but it touches them 4. So I've theoretically gained 4 extra farming fields. We don't touch them, which is a shambles and a shame in many ways. And because the train track slightly deviates, I'm a bit stuck there unless I kind of rejig it. But an additional few farms there is not too bad. You can modify it to be its 2nd level straight away. But it'll instantly start degrading. Or downgrading is the best word to put it. But I don't know if it kind of produces a little bit quicker than the others. I think it slightly does. It might produce a little bit quicker because it's got a higher production rate at level 2. And just give it a little bit of a speed boost. So it'll take, hopefully, more grain back. That's what we're hoping for anyway. But we could do with a few more. We always could do with a few more. Let's, you know, not get this wrong right now. And that's where running additional lines on top of what you currently got could make a huge difference. Right, we've gone up an extra 10%. I'm now only 20% away from 1,000 city growth population. So that puts us at nearly 5,400 then at that point. We've got an issue somewhere. I bet it's over there. You ready? Yes. And it's to do with this one. So I know the drill. It's the crisscross is a bit too close for the length of the trains. It's not your boy's first rodeo anymore. Okay? It is what it is. But that will put us back in business if I then turn this train around. There we go. Right. Very good. Very good. So grain is graining. This is yet to get any food at the moment. That will mainly be for the trains that come into here versus the trains that come to there, because they don't reach to that one. It's all different. It's all different connections that we have. So we're just playing the waiting game. I mean, there's a few of them farms that are not fully maxed out. It all depends on what they reach to. So you could argue you've got space over here to build a few more of these production buildings. But these are not fully maxed out. I mean, the fun thing would be here is to kind of turn one of these to like that level, which would instantly start kind of downgrading itself. But it should get through this backlog of food production a lot quicker. Before it does downgrade. But that's picking up like crazy anyway. There's lots of food to get done. And, yeah. Oh! We've got the food delivery up by 10%, so I'm now only 10% away. Right, let's do it. Let's go for the final push. Let's go for the final push, boys. So, bam. 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 Wa-bam. Wa-bam. Right, we'll build them ones first. Like I said, it takes time. But then you just sit back, relax, and then watch those stats keep increasing. Let's go. Let's go, boys. Let's go. So only a few more now. Only a few more to keep on top of all of this. Only a few more. Come on. Last one now. Damn, it takes so long, doesn't it, at this point? I mean, I'm choosing to build the biggest cities. There we go. That's now all done. So there is a bit of room down here, but I might save that. No, I'll definitely do it. I'll definitely do it. Right, the game is now back into play mode. So can we push to our 1,000 target population? All this extra work with our food stuff has definitely grown the food distribution network. We have a lot of food on the platforms over here. Just gotta wait for the trucks to get over there. Is it the same story over here? There's only one left available, but you gotta wait for that train to arrive again. But we are growing, baby. My only downside now is the game is running at the slow level it's running right now. That is my only downside. But are we okay over here anyway? Lots of food on the platform. Is this now downgrading? That's not actually not downgrading, but are these downgrading? They're on the way too, but we still got that little bit of a benefit boost until they do downgrade. More grain deliveries on the scene. Not bad, not bad. Right, where are we at? Still 990, 980, 990. That food number's playing around with itself. Waiting for a food delivery to come in. Again, at some point. So, one of these will increase eventually. That's going to like 20,000. No, sorry, 2,000. This episode already, the public transportation destinations with our new cities. What's it saying now? Nearly 5,400. Private transportation's increasing again, very slowly. But there is a new cargo train on the way in for number 14 over here. So that will be a big delivery for us. That'll be a real big delivery for us at this point. But what a city, boys. What a mega city right now. Right, are we still having issues here? We are still having issues here. I think it might be an idea to just dupe 2 trains on that line. I'm not sure where them trains are going to come from. Okay, they come out of there, so they've got a long way to go before we see the benefits and the numbers there being reduced. Got a bit of a long way to go yet. Right, is that train on the way in? It is. It is literally about to arrive. Right, what's my stats then before this train arrives? Okay. Still 990 on the percentage. Any mo, we should see it, boys. Any mo. It's very slow, but it's got 200 food on board. A big chunk of it should get dropped off over here as well at the same time. Right, wait for it to come in. Glorious delivery. No, coming in. It's about to start. I can just see it in the distance, the train. There we go, 17 million made. So as it unloads then, we should get some food being dropped. There we go, the food's been dropped off on this platform here for the trucks. Nice. So emissions, I don't think there's any way in which I can reduce emissions unless I reduce the amount of vehicles coming through here. But this is the emissions. One way in which I can reduce it is obviously having trains go underground as soon as possible. And that really does help out my kind of cargo side of it, because the cargo trains go directly underground. But the elevated train system, that's where we kind of slightly stuck with on that. There's not really much we can do. Because, like I said, it's above ground. Oh, there we go. A 1,000 city growth. Can you see that right now? 1,000% city growth. Have you ever seen that number in a game of your own? Have you ever seen a number in a game of your own that big? That is ridiculous right there. That really is. Right, so I'm going to go through all the vehicles right now and see if there's any... There's a green train there. What line are you on? Line 19. Is that one of our... Ah, it's this one here. I was going to say, we can kind of look towards seeing if there's any negative polluters, but they're all electric, apart from that one train. Also, should we change the maintenance to high? I've now changed the maintenance to high. I don't know if we're actually making profit anymore because of my high expenses that I've now implemented. But I've put the maintenance to very high now at this point, boys. So hopefully the trains should be in tip-top working order. Or so he says, anyway. So he says. But I can't believe it. 1,000%. We're nearly at 5,400. Like, this is truly the biggest city I have ever seen. And I have ever grown. And it's absolutely ridiculous. It is absolutely ridiculous, boys. It's slightly getting out of hand, isn't it? Right, more potential passengers these stations can now reach, so those numbers will increase. More demands from the industries, as some of these brand new cities will overlap with the same industries at the same stations to deliver, which is all good, boys. All good. But now we're seeing the benefits of delivering more food with all the work that we've got done. It's just the game runs that slow. We got to wait for it to kind of catch up with us. And I feel like we're now at that point. We are still growing on the old town itself. The second biggest town is more than half the size. No, less than half the size. More than half the size? I'm not sure what the correct terminology is there. Basically, right, multiply our second city by 2 and it's still smaller than Foolstown. That's ridiculous, isn't it? That is ridiculous. Absolutely crazy right now. Absolutely crazy. But I don't know where this is going to top out. I don't know where it's going to go. I've got no clue, boys. I've got no clue. Now, is this something that you would want me to upload to the Steam Workshop so you could download yourself and play around with it yourself? Let me know in the comment section down below, but until next time, I'll see you all soon. So, goodbye.